So it is just over 7:30 a.m. Phone is fully charged at 100%. Taking phone off charger now.
Hey, what's going on everybody? Josh Quinones here, and today I'm going to be doing an all-day battery drain test with the Google Pixel 4 XL. You know, one of the biggest questions I have gotten about this device so far is if the battery is actually going to be able to get us through an entire day of usage, because it doesn't have the biggest battery compared to other devices out on the market right now. It does have a 3700 milliamp battery, so it is a decent sized battery, but we also have that 90 hertz display as well that is actually going to help kill the battery just a little bit faster. So today I'm going to put it to the test to see if it'll actually get me through a full day of heavy usage. Now, as you saw earlier, I did take it off of the charger at just about 7:30 a.m. this morning. It is now exactly 9 o'clock a.m. So an hour and a half later, we are now at 89% battery life. I have pretty much been using it since I've taken it off of the charger for things like YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, Amazon, and a bunch of other little things. So throughout the day, every couple of hours, I'll be updating you guys to let you know what my battery life is like, what my usage has been like, and what my screen on time is at that moment. So like I said, I'm gonna put it to the test today, some heavy usage. Hopefully it'll get me through an entire day. So let's get the day started. All right, so it is now 11 o'clock a.m. So 2 hours later from our very first update, and we are now at 69% battery life. I've been using the device pretty heavily. We've been on the mobile data, so no Wi-Fi as of yet, but I will be switching up to Wi-Fi here in a little bit to see how that does. So let me go ahead and go into my settings here. Let's go to battery. And as you can see here, my screen on time is 3 hours and 3 minutes, which is actually not that bad at all. So about 30% battery life with 3 hours and 3 minutes of screen on time. Let's check out my usage here, battery usage. As you can see, I've done a lot of YouTube, Twitter, also did things like a little bit of gaming, the Mario Kart game there for about 11 minutes. I didn't play for too long, but I will be doing more gaming a little later in the day for this test. Snapchat, camera, Amazon shopping, Chrome browser. So there is my usage there. And what this is telling us here is we got about 10 hours left in the battery. We'll see how that goes. It all depends on my usage, and everybody's usage is going to be different when it comes to using this device. A lot of people are more heavy users. We got a lot of people that are light users, so the battery might last a little bit longer for them. It said should last until about 9:15 p.m. So we'll see if we can actually get it to last until later in the day around that time. Like I said, 9:15 p.m. Right now, currently at 69% battery life. Not doing too bad so far, considering the screen on time that we currently have right now. Like I said, just a little over 3 hours of screen on time. Like I said, I've pretty much been using this device nonstop. There's probably about 30 minutes in whole that I probably haven't been using this device, but not doing too bad. So I will be updating you guys a little bit later. Okay, so we are now back with another update. We are 3 hours and 10 minutes later from the previous update. As you can see, it is now 2:10 p.m. We are now at 40% battery life. And you'll see here that I have actually been doing a little bit of gaming. And I gotta be honest here, I've actually become a little addicted to this Mario Kart game. This is actually the first time I've ever played this game. I specifically downloaded it today, specifically just for this battery drain test to see how well the battery can handle any gaming on this device. And yeah, it's actually a pretty fun game. Been getting pretty addicted to it. But let's go ahead and check out what the battery usage is. Like I said, we are now at 40% battery life. So let me go ahead and go into the settings here. There we go, battery. And our screen on time is now 5 hours and 8 minutes, which is actually pretty good for a 3700 milliamp battery running a 90 hertz display. That is actually pretty good. I'm not disappointed so far. We still got 40% battery left. Now, what I did notice right here, looking at the top, should last until 8:15 p.m. If you remember on the previous update 3 hours ago, or 3 hours and 10 minutes ago, it was saying should last until about, I think it was 9:30 p.m. So it took away a little over an hour. And I think that's because I've been doing a little bit more gaming. It does base it off of your usage, whatever your usage is during the day. So I did change up my usage just a little bit. Gaming is a little bit heavier than using something like Twitter or just text messaging, anything like that. So I believe that is why that did change. if we go up here to battery usage, you can see what I've been doing. A lot of YouTube, Twitter right here, Mario Karts for 41 minutes. Snapchat, like I said, I've been doing a lot of things with this device. Shows a little graph right here. It says we got 6 hours left on the battery. But like I said, that can change. It all depends on what my usage is like from here on out. I did switch back over to Wi-Fi for a little bit. I was using my mobile data for the most of my day. Just recently when I started doing the Mario Kart game, I did switch it over to Wi-Fi. So I would have a little bit of a better connection when playing online. But so far, it's been doing pretty good. Hopefully this 40% will get me through the rest of the day. Hopefully until the night, like it says, 8:15 p.m. Hopefully we can push it until 9 p.m. or even 10, hopefully. And then by the time I'm ready to go to bed, I'll be able to throw it on the charger and have it ready for tomorrow. But so far, I'm not disappointed with 5 hours and 8 minutes of screen on time so far, doing pretty good. So I will see you guys again in another couple of hours. All right, so I am back again with another update. 2 hours later, it is now 4:10 p.m. We are now at 24% battery life, and I've actually been messing around with the camera a little bit, specifically the zoom feature. Now, this is all the way zoomed out. This picture you are seeing here. Now, when I zoom all the way in at 8 times, look at that. It still keeps great quality. And it all has to do with the software. Google has done a very good job with the software in this device when it comes to taking pictures. Even though I'm zoomed in all the way at 8 times, it doesn't leave a lot of noise in the picture. It still keeps a lot of detail in that picture. Now, here's another one zoomed all the way out. Once I zoom in 8 times, look at that, still keeping a lot of that detail. So I'm definitely very impressed with the cameras they have put in the device and the software they put behind it, because the pictures come out amazing. All right, so like I said, we are about 2 hours later from our previous update, 24% battery life. Let's go ahead and go into the settings so we can see what my usage has been like. So we are now at 6 hours and 12 minutes of screen on time. Not doing too bad here. Like I said, for a 3,700 milliamp battery running a 90 hertz display, not doing too bad at 24% battery. Now this ended up changing again. Before it said 8:15, it now says should last until about 8 o'clock. So we lost about 15 minutes there. Let's go ahead and go into my usage. My usage has changed just a little bit, not too much. As you can see, still doing a lot of YouTube and Twitter. Got Mario Kart still going there. Did a couple of Snapchats, text messages using the browser. So as you can see there, my usage hasn't really changed too much. But yes, we are now at 6 hours and 13 minutes of screen on time. Now, as you can see, I am using the dark mode for the settings. That's just the way I am. I always prefer dark mode over the light mode. So I do have the dark mode on with the settings. I also have for the display, I got the adaptive brightness on there as well, just in case y'all were wondering. I know some people like to keep their brightness all the way up throughout the entire day, so that will definitely have a huge impact on the battery if you decide to keep your brightness all the way up throughout the day. But if you keep it on adaptive brightness and you have pretty much the same usage as I do right now, this is pretty much the battery life you will be getting. So 24% battery life at 4 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and update you guys one more time later on. Once the battery gets to about 5%, maybe a little less than that, 4 or 3%. I don't want it to totally die because I want to be able to go into the settings to show you guys what my usage is and what our end of the day screen on time is. So 24% battery life right now. Like I said, when I get down to about 5%, I will do my last update with this battery drain test. So I will see you guys then. Look at the time. Look at the time. It is now 7:03 p.m. We now got 6% battery left on this device. We started from 7:30 in the morning, made it until 7 o'clock p.m. right now, and I'm sure we can probably make it until 7:30 or 8 o'clock with the rest of the 6% battery life if we decide to use it a bit more wisely. So we pretty much made it through the entire day, and since this does have fast charging, we can easily connect it to a fast charger right now for maybe about 15 minutes just to give us a little bit of extra juice to make it through the rest of the night. But let's go ahead and go into my battery settings, see what my usage has been like. There we go, battery. Okay, so it just dropped down to 5%, and now this did change down to should last until about 7:45 p.m. based on your usage. So it says right there, we can probably make it until 7:45 with the rest of this 5%. But like I said, we pretty much made it in through the entire day. And look at this, 7 hours and 27 minutes of screen on time. I'm actually very impressed by that, seeing how this has just a 3,700 milliamp battery running a 90 hertz display, and I did use it very heavily today. And look at that, 7 hours and 20 minutes of screen on time. So honestly, I didn't expect it to last that long. I did use the device yesterday, and I think I got maybe 5 or 5.5 hours of screen on time, I think it was. So this is definitely, it did a lot better today. And the more I use this device, I know it's going to be doing even more better when it comes to battery life, because it's going to learn the way I use my phone, learn to put certain apps to sleep, and be able to make the battery last longer than it already does. So I'm sure through time the battery is going to last a bit longer. But this is my usage right here. As you can see, I did a lot of YouTube. I was also on Twitter a lot, and then we got all these other apps that I use throughout the day as well. But yes, I am very impressed with this. Like I said, 7 hours and 29 minutes of screen on time. Not too bad. Like I said, for the size of battery that is in this device, it actually is very impressive. So if you're worried about not being able to make it through a full day with this device, I'm pretty sure you don't have to worry, because I'm pretty sure it will get you through an entire day. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that don't even use their phone as heavily as I did today. A lot of us, we work during the day, so it's not like we're constantly using the phone every single minute of the day. Like today, I was using this as much as I possibly can. Obviously, there were times where I had to put the phone down and I couldn't use it, but I did try using it as much as I can, more than I would on a regular day, and actually did pretty good. But I would love to know your guys' thoughts down in the comment sections below. Let me know what you think about the battery life on this device, if you were impressed or not. I would love to know your thoughts. Like I said, I think it did pretty good, but leave your thoughts down in the comment sections below. I would love to know. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you did find this video helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. But for now, thanks again for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.